It is now January 1st, 2026, and you know what that means? It is time to rank my top 10 favorite movies of 2025 from the worst to the best. And before I get started, I just want to let a lot of people know my top two are basically locked, easily my two favorite movies of the year. But honestly, the next eight, I really enjoyed all of them. Maybe there's another movie I'd want to add on and take another one off, but these are genuinely probably just my favorite movies of the year overall. So take that for what you will. And coming in 10th place, we have Final Destination Bloodlines. I have honestly never seen a single Final Destination movie. So I knew the basic premise, but I just went into this movie just wanting to have a fun time, and it was honestly just such a fun time. It is not only, it's very funny with how over the top it is. I wouldn't really say it's scary for a horror franchise, but it had such a fascinating plot and really great characters that it's just a blast to watch. And I'm excited for whenever the next one comes out. This movie was constantly entertaining, filled with over the top kills, a genuinely interesting mystery, and great characters. Overall, just a really fun movie. And coming in ninth place, we have Zootopia 2. Now, this is a movie where I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I still think that it was a very solid movie. I think it was really great. It is very funny. My only main real issue with it, I just didn't find the plot to be as compelling as the first one. But I think that it has a genuinely interesting premise with us uncovering this mystery on why are reptiles banned from Zootopia? Who is this Lynx family crime organization? And every little area that we went to just felt like there was something new to explore and see. Like when we went to more of the marshlands, there was just something new there. There was a new joke every about 2 or 3 minutes, and they were genuinely funny jokes. Just an overall really good animated movie, really good kids movie, but just a good movie overall. And it just works so well because our leads here of Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde are just great, and Gary the Snake is a great addition as well. These characters are just so fun, so many great animal puns, and just an overall really good movie. And of course, obviously, the animation is top notch. Obviously, it's Disney. It's great. And coming in eighth place, we have Superman. Now, this is a movie where I think a lot of people are going to have it a lot higher on their list. And I've seen some people list, it wasn't even on their list. And I kind of understand both sides. This is a movie where I thoroughly enjoyed it. And who knows, maybe the more I think about it, there's still a lot of movies that I didn't even get around to seeing, unfortunately. And there were still a lot of movies that maybe could have been better than this movie. And I still just think I had such a fun time watching Superman. My only problem with it was really just, well, I actually had a few problems with it, and that's why it's not higher, is it just had, I thought that the pacing was a little too fast, and there were just some characters that I didn't think Hawkgirl that got that development, she didn't really feel like she even justified really being in the movie. But overall, I thought it was a really solid movie. I think David Cornsweet is so good as Superman. Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult is fantastic as Lex Luthor. I didn't think the plot was as compelling as it could have been, but these characters are just so much fun. It's just such a fun movie. But like I said, who knows? Maybe the more I think about it, I wouldn't put it on this list. But as of now, I'm putting it at number 8. And coming in seventh place, we have Predator Badlands. Now, this is another movie where I think I might be in the minority here, and I liked it a lot more than most people, because I always say when it comes to franchises, especially franchises that have been around so long, I think it is perfectly fine to just change up the formula. Obviously, and like I said, I don't know, may have mentioned this on this channel, there are some times where personally I don't like it. Personally, I don't like Aliens. I don't like how it changed into an action movie and I abandoned the horror. But that's just me. But I understand why people love it. And for me, that's what I did like about this movie. It is so action and very different, unique take on the Predator. Where yes, in many ways it's a buddy cop or buddy comedy road trip movie with a Predator, but it still has awesome action and just it's so much fun. It almost feels like you're watching a video game, especially when you meet Thea and she's like, use this. These are these traps. oh, that's this. She almost feels like an NPC character, but kind of in a good way because after all, she is a robot, so it makes sense. Overall, I just had such a fun time with this movie from beginning to end. And that's kind of what I have to think about with these movies. Like, if I have just a ton of fun with them, I don't see any problem. I think that can in many ways overpower maybe some problems that I had with maybe a story detail. But overall, like, it's just the reason this movie is where it is I just had such a blast watching it. And I genuinely do think it's a pretty solid movie. It's just not going to be it for everybody. And coming in sixth place, we have The Fantastic Four: First Steps. I feel like I'm also in the minority with this movie where I liked it a lot more than other people. I know a lot of people think that they said that Thunderbolts was their favorite Marvel movie of the year, sometimes favorite comic book movie even. But I like Thunderbolts, but I think it was pretty overrated by a lot of people. But this movie kind of did what I've been wanting Marvel to do for years. And that's have its own unique aesthetic. Visually, there's always something interesting in this movie, but really what I really loved about this movie was the tone. Yes, there are jokes here, but they come mainly just from Johnny, and for the most part, everything is played seriously, or at least not to undercut serious moments. Like, there are jokes from Mole Man, but it works because of the way his character is. But I think that there are so many great character moments between Reed and Sue, and when Reed is giving a press conference, just talking to the world, that just felt so genuine. And that's what I really liked about this movie was just, I really enjoyed all the characters, and I loved the tone and aesthetic. It just always had something that you wanted to explore when watching it. And just that tone, I think, was just perfect, where it had the comedy from Johnny, but it still had a serious overall tone when we're dealing with serious issues. And I just really liked it. I know some people didn't like it nearly as much as me, but personally, I really liked this movie. And coming in fifth place, we have My Dead Friend Zoe. And I think this is a movie that I bet a lot of people have never even heard of this movie, but I really liked this movie. I thought it was fantastic. A basic premise here is a war veteran from, I believe, Afghanistan is having PTSD flashbacks of her friend who died. And it's a very emotionally moving movie. Morgan Freeman is in this movie, and he is fantastic as the counselor of these veterans who are dealing with grief and PTSD. And our main character here talking to her dead friend and hallucinating her. There's so many beautiful moments and just about overcoming grief and maybe self-hate and overcoming it. I thought that this was just a beautiful film. I really liked it. And yeah, that's why it comes in at number 5. It was great. I really enjoyed it. And coming in fourth place, we have K-Pop Demon Hunters. Now, this is a movie that I was late to the party on, and I really had no interest in this movie until I finally checked it out. And yeah, it really does live up to the hype. This movie is great. The animation is stellar. The songs are fantastic. The story is genuinely emotional. And these characters are all just so much fun. This is such a unique movie that the fact that this is a Netflix movie and feels as stylistic and not generic is just a miracle. It really is great. And yeah, it's great. And our 3 leads here, all of them are great. I really like Huntrix. And coming in third place, we have F1. This movie is just a blast from start to finish. I could care less about racing, but this movie just had me on the edge of my seat. The sound design is fantastic. And that is probably just because I watched it on the big screen. But it was just such a fun experience to watch. Every scene of this movie is just awesome. It's just an awesome movie. And coming in second place, we have Weapons. What else can I say that I haven't said before and that many of other people haven't said before? It's just a fantastic mystery movie. I love just exploring every single reason. Like, it has such an interesting premise of all these kids who go missing. Why did they go missing? Why only this class? Why did one kid not go missing? Why? And it just keeps you guessing. And each new reveal is just like, oh. And the whole time I was watching this movie, I was just on the edge of my seat. And it has my favorite ending to a movie of 2025. And quickly, just to get to number 1, we have Sinners. What else can I say? Fantastic musical, fantastic action, fantastic horror, great character moments, just great characters. Watch my full review of this because I can't go into any more depth, but yeah, it's fantastic.